All rise. Support court with Judge Vanda B is now in session. Judge's case number JVB 2004, Doug case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Doug, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Judge. Well, I'm bringing Tim to court today because he's not taking care of his children, his responsibility, and I need help. So I'm requesting for child support.
All right, when you say he's not taking care of his responsibility, what do you mean by that? Financially? Is he not picking them up? Because you know, that can mean a lot of things.
Exactly. So he's not picking them up. I'm having to pay someone to go pick the kids up from daycare.
Okay. You're paying them, you said?
I'm paying out of pocket.
How much are you paying?
Approximately $200 a week.
A week?
Yes.
Okay.
There's 3 different schools that they have to go to pick up the kids, daycare and after school care, and he's not contributing.
Okay.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're stepping into a heated courtroom where a mother's fed up. She claims the father isn't lifting a finger for their 3 kids. No pickups, no support, just silence. She's dropping $200 a week on transport and $250 monthly for medical bills, all alone. The tension's real. She's not here to beg, she's here for help. This part sets the tone. A responsible parent, drowning in expenses, while the other lives carefree. The court listens closely, as financial neglect meets legal accountability. The pressure is mounting, and the judge is already locked in. It's clear from the start.
I also carry the kids on medical.
All right. How much is that?
Medical is $250 a month.
Is that for, how many children do you all have?
3.
3? Okay, and that's for all 3 children?
That's for all 3 children.
Okay. All right. And I'm assuming you know that Tim has money somewhere. You know he can pay for it?
Oh, Judge, he has money.
Okay.
Yes, he has money. He's in the club every weekend throwing, I have receipts.
Okay, what kind of receipts do you have?
Screenshots from Facebook, Instagram. I mean, I'm blocked, but I have family members that follow him.
Just telling all your business.
First off, that's cap.
What? Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
No, what did you say?
That's
a cap.
That's cap, yeah.
She doesn't have on the cap.
Cap means that's lying. She's lying.
Oh, okay, this that new age.
That's that new age.
How you spell that?
C-A-P.
C-A-P,
Exactly
like
how
a
it
regular cap.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, I learned something new.
So is
All
it
right.
fake money that you're throwing to him?
No, it's fake what you talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll get to Tim. Tim, we'll get to you in just a minute so I can hear about all this capping that she's over here doing, okay?
Let me step back.
Okay. All right. Now, I mean, he said it's cap. He said you are not telling the truth. Is that true?
He's being untruthful.
Okay. Is that a screenshot you have right there?
Yes,
Looks
ma'am.
like. Okay.
It's a screenshot, several screenshots of him in the club.
This mother's
strip
done
club,
playing
might I
games,
add.
and today
Okay.
the excuses
Throwing money on the
stop.
stages.
The courtroom is now her battleground for justice. Every word she speaks pulls the focus tighter on the absent support. All right, guys, now it gets personal. Mom says while she's paying for everything, Dad's in the club throwing money, flexing with chains and stacks. She's got screenshots as proof. Social media is exposing him. He denies it all, calling it cap, claiming she's lying. The judge is learning new slang, but the courtroom's not buying the deflection. The heat's on. Rhea receives his fake excuses. Someone's lying. It's about to unravel. This part flips the narrative. It's not just about money, it's about truth of his showmanship.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes, stacks, chains, everything, Judge.
So give me the backstory of this relationship. Like, you all just did not wake up one day and decided that you can't get along, and you're saying he doesn't financially support the kids. How did we get here?
Well, Judge, I should have known better.
What do you mean?
I met him at the club.
Oh, okay. So the same club that he's throwing
correct.
the money at, you were there too?
I was at the, yes.
Was he throwing the money at you?
No, I
okay.
was just there
That's cap.
as
Oh,
a
okay.
patron.
That's
Yes,
cap.
yes.
That's
And
Mr. Tim.
She know I spent about $2,000 on her that night.
Okay, well, we'll get to you in just a minute so we can hear about
Seriously, Tim.
this throwing of money.
Seriously.
Well,
Miss Doug, pay attention to me.
Well, Judge,
now, you were in the club as a patron.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
Say as a patron.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And he was appealing to me. He had, you know, he was suave. So he approached me, and we exchanged numbers.
Okay.
And then the next day we went out for breakfast, and you know, from there we just were inseparable until he started back clubbing. I guess the kids became too much for him.
Oh, okay. So in between that time, you all had the 3 kids.
Correct.
Got you. Okay.
And the court's not here for games. The court is now watching both sides carefully, but her evidence is hitting hard. His defense, just words, and right now those words are losing ground fast. The tension is rising, and the lies are starting to slip. Now the backstory hits. They met in the club, and she should have known better. She claimed she was just a patron, but he says he spent $2,000 on her that night. Fast forward 3 kids, on and off chaos, and now court. He was charming, then vanished. Now the romance faded, but the responsibility didn't. She's stuck holding it all down, and he's dodging account.
So we've been on again, off again, more off than on, and I need help with these kids now. They're growing.
How long have you all been off?
Right now it's been about 2 years.
2 years, all right.
2 years too long.
Who do the children live with?
They live with me.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Because we don't know where Mr. Tim lives, so.
Okay, well, we're going to get that from him in just a moment. All right, is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to Mr. Tim?
Not at this moment, Judge.
Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Tim, give me your last name, because I don't just want to call you, you know, by your first name,
No.
unless you prefer me to call you Mr. Tim.
No, it don't matter. Hall.
Hall? Okay, Mr. Hall. Now, you said she was capping. Let's talk about that.
Big cap.
So is she capping about you all's relationship, you all meeting in the club? She said she was a patron, but you said you spent like $2,000 on her. I mean...
No, what part she's capping about is me not taking care of the kids.
Okay.
I'm a firm believer. I take care of mine.
All right. Now, define what you mean by taking care of your children, because she just said that she's paying someone $200 a week to transport your kids and pick them up and take them to daycare in different schools. So is that true? Like, are you not helping with that?
No, I help with that too.
All right.
That's cap as well. You know what I'm saying?
How
like,
do you...
How do I contribute?
Yeah, how do you do that?
I give you about like, how much I give you a month? I give you like, what?
If you gave it to me, you would know.
Oh,
So you should know.
that's
I
a
gave it to
good
you.
point.
If you gave it to me, you should know.
I gave you, what, 10K?
That's a good point, Mr. Hall.
I gave her 10K, right?
10K as in 10,000?
10K and 10,000.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
All right. Hold on 1 second. Miss Doug, did he give you $10,000?
That would be a lie.
Okay.
A whole lie.
That's cap.
So-
How is that cap? I got the statements. I got the receipts.
All right. What kind of statements and receipts did you bring with you today?
I don't got it on me, but you know what I'm saying? But
You knew you were coming to court for child support, right?
correct.
All right.
He
and
thought
you,
his looks was gonna help, Judge.
but who is he trying to appeal to?
I guess you.
I'm not interested, Mr. Hall. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're not a bad-looking guy, okay?
Appreciate that. Thank you.
But I'm not interested. We're not here for that.
Sure.
I just want to know what these numbers look like.
Well, okay, so the numbers is I gave her 10K a month,
All right.
right? For the
I have that.
For the child support,
10K a month
10K a month.
for how many months?
For how many months?
Yeah.
Accountability behind club lights and smooth talk. This part gives context. It was flashy beginnings, but now it's real life, and real life costs money. The judge is seeing through the past and focusing on what matters now. Those club nights are long gone. Diapers, doctor visits, and real bills remain. The charm that started it all can't cover what's missing today. It's about showing up, not showing off. Now it's the money war. Dad claims he gave her $10,000 a month for 7 to 8 months. That's nearly $80,000 total. But here's the twist. No receipt.
Probably about like 7, 8.
7, 8 months.
Who's counting? You know what I'm saying?
Me, I'm counting.
Of course.
You ain't gave
But-
10K in 9 years.
I'm talking though, baby. I'm talking. So,
Did you call her baby?
yeah, you know, she got my heart. She had my kids, so like she always got my heart.
So why don't y'all just get back together?
Nah,
I'ma pass.
Oh,
It's
okay.
been there, done it. Ain't
That's
gonna go
a
back. Yeah.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
So, Mr. Hall, you said you gave her this money. She's saying no, you don't have any receipts or anything to confirm it.
It's not looking real good, is it?
It's not. What do you do for a living?
I'm a rapper.
You're a rapper? Okay. And how much money do you make?
I make about like 200,000, but it's like that's whenever taxes and everything is deducted. She on my neck about payments and what I'm saying, stuff like that. I get about at least 30,000. What I'm saying, to myself that I can use for myself and what I want to do. So
Which is throwing it in the club.
Which is throwing it in the club, of course.
Mr. Hall,
So
Mr.
she's
Hall,
taking all my money.
Mr. Hall,
Yes, ma'am.
I may look young, but I wasn't born yesterday, okay?
Okay.
Do not come in here and waste my time.
I ain't wasting your time.
You and I both know that I have heard that song and dance over and over again, where people come in here and say they make all of this money, but the moment they realize they're more than likely, or if there's a possibility they can be placed on child support, they try to diminish it and say, oh, I don't make this much, but it really is that much. You follow me?
I'm following you, but here's the thing.
The
though.
math ain't mathing.
Here's the
not.
thing though. She takes a chunk out of my money. Then you gotta understand too. I got a rap career.
All right.
So I put a lot into that, so that way I can feed mine. Don't do that. Don't do that. We trying to put on a good show for these people.
Well, no, you don't. That's the thing. You don't have to put on a show for anybody. I don't need you capping right now, okay?
Eats no proof, just talk. She calls it a whole lie. The judge demands evidence. He's got nothing. Still, he tries to charm, but the judge cuts him off. This isn't a show, it's court, and evidence is king. This part exposes the gap between talking big and proving it. The courtroom's shifting. Charm can't cover empty hands, and the judge is clearly running out of patience. Without proof, his claims mean nothing. He walked into court with stories, but the court needs substance. The more he talks, the thinner his credibility gets. And the judge is watching closely.
That's what you said, right? That's what you said she was doing. So I don't need you to do that to me. I need you to be honest with me, because you paying child support is going to be based on the evidence that I hear. And as of right now, you haven't said anything or provided me with anything that would totally go against what she just said. You said you're giving her all of this money, $10,000 for 7 to 8 months. That's between $70,000 and $80,000 roughly, right?
Right. That's a lot.
It would be enough. However, testimonial evidence is evidence, and she's saying she didn't receive it. You're not showing anything that would suggest you gave it to her. So
it's giving cap right now.
that's what you said.
It's giving lies.
It's giving lies.
Yeah.
What is given is insufficient evidence. That's what it's given, okay? So, I mean, without anything showing that you've actually given her this money, I can only go off of your word. And you said you made $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
So is that true or is that not true?
That's true.
Okay.
So like, the rapping, that's where it goes to. That's where the majority of it goes to, for sure.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
So is it possible that $200,000 is your bottom line and you actually make more?
Nah.
Because you just agreed with her when she was talking about throwing money in the club.
I make less.
All right. Well, I tell you what, when you bring something in here that suggests that you make less, as well as suggest that you've given her $70,000, $80,000, then we will consider it at that point. But today, I can only go off of the evidence that I heard.
Now he claims he's a rapper, making $200,000 a year, but somehow only has $30,000 to spend. The judge isn't buying it. He admits he throws money in clubs, but now wants to claim low income in court. She shuts it down, calls him out for trying to fake broke to dodge support. This part is a reality check. Flex online, hide in court. Not today. The judge isn't fooled, and his own words are turning against him. She's heard it all before, And now he's just digging deeper. The math doesn't add up, and neither does his story. You can't